Okay, in this video we're going to talk about evaluating functions. So here's the first function we're going to look at. We have g of x equals negative x squared minus 3x plus 5. And I'm going to ask you to evaluate it when g of x is negative 2. So that means x is negative 2. So I'm going to copy in the negative 2 for x. So we have a negative, I bring it down, and then in parentheses I'm going to have negative 2 squared minus 3 times negative 2 plus 5. And now I'm just going to solve it with the order of operations. Negative 2 squared is 4, and there's a negative on the outside, so it stays negative 4. And then I have minus 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6, plus 5. So inside, between the 4 and the negative 6, I have negative and a minus, which become positive. So negative 4 plus 6 gives me positive 2. Positive 2 plus 5 gives me 7. So that's how you evaluate a function for a given value. So here's another function. This one's just called f of x. But in this one, we're going to be doing something slightly different. So it says f of x equals the square root of 3x plus 1, and then it tells me that f of x, the function, equals 9. So what that means is that 3x plus 1 equals 9, and I have to solve this. So I have the square root of 3x plus 1. The opposite of a square root is squaring a value. So this is like solving equations. They're inverse operations to each other, squaring and square rooting. So because I'm going to square the left side of the equal sign, I have to square the right side as well. When I square the left and I take the square of a square root, they cancel each other out, and I'm left with 3x plus 1. When I square 9, I get 81. And then I'm going to solve it like it's an equation. So I'm going to subtract 1 from 81, and what I'm left with is 3x equals 80. And then the last step would be to take 80 divided by 3, which gives me 26 and 2/3. That would be my final answer.